I've got to say, gaming fans, that I am so uninspired by the first 30 minutes to an hour of the new game Aloft that it's just made me want to get on here and have a bit of a rant. And I know that it's early access and there's definitely going to be some improvement made. And to be honest, the survival genre is one of my favorites. I've spent a lot of time with Valheim. I spent a lot of time with Rust. Although I think Rust and Aloft are probably about the opposite ends of the spectrum on the survival game. Nonetheless, when I looked at the trailer, I was like, this is the game for me. A relaxing, space-bound survival game that doesn't really have all that much combat, which means that I can focus on just building some really cool-looking sky things, floating ships, and discovering. And the first 10 minutes or so, I thought, well, this is the direction I'm heading to. I fixed a bridge, I learned some skills, and I got the ability to fly. Never mind that it was inverted, so the first thing I did was actually dive straight to the ground, but we changed it up in the settings and we got back to it. Time to go exploring. And not to tap myself on the shoulder, but I'm pretty good at those early little quests. Collect a few pieces of wood, collect a few pieces of stone. I thought that I was on the right path in a really linear kind of tutorial-based quest system at the start. Then all of a sudden it just says like, go and explore some floating islands around the place and learn a few things. So I jumped up, I flew off, my computer nearly had a heart attack and I definitely had to lower the settings of everything to make it not stutter every time I flew about 2 meters, and started exploring a set of about 7 or 8 very repetitive looking islands without much of an idea of what I was supposed to be doing. Come on game, give me a few hints about where you want me to go, and it turns out I need to attack and save these weird mushroom kind of places, and the quests just seem to be throwing me here, there, and everywhere. I mean, I just want to be farming and building a few basic things before getting to it. I feel like Aloft is gatekeeping the actual game with these stupid little quests. Things like, I need to go and find some seeds to plant trees. Just start me off with the seeds. I get the idea. I need to change the ecosystem in order to save it. But I want to fly to cool looking islands. I want to build my home. This is a relaxing survival game. I'm not exactly sure where the relaxing part comes in here, because it feels like the game's making me guess what's a small menial task that I need to do in order to keep on going. All the while, it feels really clanky. The different items that you craft when you use them, I had to use my shovel or my axe or whatever it was to try and cleanse the mushroom spore infested islands. And really, there's these little things that I had no idea how to defeat them, so I just flew around a bit and they fell off a cliff. And then jumped around in circles doing this little mini game with my axe to try and clear the infected spores. It's clanky. It doesn't feel smooth at all. And if you're giving me a pretty flying around islands kind of survival game, make it feel smooth. I mean, I'm only early days and I've got to jump back in and go and find 4 tree seeds in order to save this island. But I'm hoping that Aloft is about 15 minutes away from becoming really good. Otherwise, I'm struggling through this early game of what I was expecting to be a really pretty relaxing time. Hey, if you've had a chance to check out Aloft on Steam, let me know if I'm missing the boat here, if you've had a similar experience to me. Early access, hey? Having a bad run with it.